The fact that you've clicked on this video suggests that Evergrande is a concern to you. Should we be keeping a closer eye on the movements and announcements that Evergrande release? I think so. China has a huge driving force on commerce, technology, finance, and lately Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in general. Now that's no news to you, I hope, because China has been continuously announcing all sorts of bans within the crypto space, from mining to holding to any kind of corporation being tied with cryptocurrency in general. And with every announcement, it becomes less of a surprise. We know China has a big problem with cryptocurrency. My main question for today is how big of an influence does one of China's largest property developers, the Evergrande Group, have on Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies in general? Now, I've been doing a little bit of digging here and there, reading some articles and pinpointing when news have been released and matching it up with spikes and drops on Bitcoin. Now, the pattern is very clear. But before I show you a quick recap on China's property market and Evergrande, in China, the property market is considered to be the hottest place to put your money into as an investment. And in turn, it's become a little bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy. The people of China seem to strongly believe that the property market is going to continue growing and growing. It is for this reason that reportedly off-plan units are being sold online within minutes. The main issue is that the entire property market in China is being built and constructed off the back of vast amounts of debt. People are borrowing all the money to buy these properties. Furthermore, they are being built using borrowed money too. The Evergrande Group is reportedly in debt of over $300 billion, most of which is in commercial paper. This is a commonly used type of unsecured short-term debt. And the problem is that those people that have been buying these properties off-plan, there's an entire 1.3 million of them. So that's Evergrande in a nutshell. Now let's move on to Tether. Tether, also known as USDT, tracks the value of the US dollar and matches it. So therefore, 1 USDT equals $1. It's easier and cheaper to trade because it allows exchanges to hold a high degree of liquidity. It is the largest stablecoin currently on the market with a market cap of $73 billion. And whatever the market cap, that's the equivalent of how many coins are in circulation. Tether is pegged to a fiat currency, in this case the US dollar. And to do so, Tether promised that each coin would be backed by one physical US dollar. But that's sadly not quite the case. There's been a bit of a stir-up because reportedly Tether's holdings are actually in the form of commercial paper. Now, with the nature of cryptocurrencies in general, it's very much down to speculation, emotion, and a large amount of retail investors like you and me. Is Evergrande heavily linked to cryptocurrencies, and how much evidence is there that China has huge impact on the crypto market? Right, let's jump in and have a look. As you can see here, I've plotted out on Bitcoin's daily chart certain bubbles at different candles. So just to recap, each individual candle, as you can see, there's a red one, green one in case you don't understand charts, represents 1 day of trading. So for example, this big red candle here represents 24 hours of trading. Now this happened to be the 19th of May when China announced a crackdown on the use of cryptocurrencies by banks. Now this drop here during the day was a whopping 30%. On Evergrande's announcements page, you can see all of their announcements by date. On the 7th of September, they had an announcement here. There was a drop of nearly 20%. 19 to be precise. On the 7th of October, they also had an announcement of monthly return of equity issuer on movements in securities, similarly to the 7th. And over here, we see another drop. Now, is that a coincidence? I don't know. I'm sure there's many more influencing factors to this, but that was another 3 to 4% drop on that day. Up here we had information update and resumption of trading. This was a drop of 6.7%, nearly 7%. Now on the 20th of October, the company released an announcement regarding the trading halt and pending the release of an announcement containing inside information about a major transaction. What could this mean? All down to speculation, people get worried. And if we have a look, this is the very day we saw a 7% drop. This is all speculation. I'm just looking at some facts and matching them up. Is this Evergrande's influence or is it many other factors? Probably both. Make your own conclusions. I'm just looking into trying to find a pattern. On the 4th of October, after the halt, that very announcement was released. And on the chart, we can see here another bearish candle. This candle was also nearly 4%, which of course for the crypto market is very little, I understand, but the fact that it was a bearish candle still says something. We spoke about Evergrande, we spoke about China. In this case here, China warned the state-owned enterprises to cease involvement in Bitcoin mining. On that day, we saw a drop of 8% and then a continuous consolidation phase into where we are now. On the 18th of November, Evergrande also announced a disposal of shares, as you can see over here. That day we saw another drop here of 7.7%. The fact of the matter is, every time China announces something or Evergrande announces something, we see a bearish move. This is of course all speculation, but at the end of the day, the entire crypto market is, and nobody knows, I don't know what exactly will happen and how news will affect it. But the fact of the matter is, you and I and everyone in the crypto space is very skeptical about what the impact might be of certain large announcements. And obviously with China being such a huge economy, having such a huge impact on the world economy, we're going to keep an eye on announcements like these. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below on the topic of Evergrande. Crypto markets are hugely influenced by our emotions. We're investing a lot of our own personal money to try and make more money. So inevitably, any kind of small or big news like China or Evergrande could potentially have catastrophic and serious implications on the price. People are already nervous about a supposedly impending crypto winter. So a bubble bursting in China like Evergrande could have a huge impact on cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and consequently cause general nervousness in the market, which, you guessed it, could lead to a crypto winter. With that being said, what is my conclusion? Well, for me personally, I have a more defensive strategy when trading crypto. I don't just hodl, I actively trade, monitor the market, and I'm always ready to exit if I need to. Which in turn, if adopted by many people like you, could in fact be the reason for a crypto winter. And I understand that, but we all have to be careful and we all need to make sure that our money is safe. Just to round it off, none of this has been financial advice. It's just my opinion, something I've been monitoring online and making my own conclusions for my trading. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.